Lewis Hamilton has just slashed Kimi Antonelli's championship lead down to 50 points. And Mercedes is panicking so hard that they just activated an emergency floor upgrade for Zandvoort. Hey guys, I'm Alex and today I'm going to outline the absolute meltdown happening inside of Berkeley right now as I speak to you. Heading into this August summer break, 19-year-old Kimi Antonelli is currently sitting on 219 points, holding a 50-point lead over Lewis Hamilton. On paper, a 50-point lead sounds like a comfortable cushion to be in. However, if you look at the trajectory of the last 6 races, Mercedes isn't celebrating, and to be fair, they have absolutely no reason to celebrate. In fact, they are fucking terrified. To understand why Toto, Wolff and James Allison are currently sweating bullets, you have to look at how the season started. When the revolutionary 2026 regulations kicked in, courtesy of the FIA, with their 50-50 electrical combustion engine split and 350 kilowatts MGUK units, Mercedes hit the ground running. Remember this, their W17 chassis had the best electrical deployment on the grid. Antonelli went on an absolute tear, winning 6 of the first 11 races and building a massive 124-point lead for Mercedes in the Constructors' Championship. Now, back in May, everyone thought that the 2026 title was a done deal. Everyone expected it to go to Kimi Antonelli, regardless of the fact that this was his first season. The kid was that good and he is still that good. Mercedes looked untouchable, Ferrari looked lost, and Lewis Hamilton was struggling to adapt to Maranello's engine software. But over the last 6 weeks, that massive 124-point lead has been violently chopped down to just 70 points, and Lewis Hamilton is driving the SF26 like a black man that's absolutely possessed by some demon somewhere. It means it's good. Lewis Hamilton is that good right now. And this brings us to the second outline point for today. The exact technical breakdown that unlocks Lewis Hamilton inside of Ferrari. Stay with me. Now, when Hamilton first stepped into the FS26 at the start of 2026, he was losing nearly 2/10 of a second to Charles Leclerc in heavy braking zones. The new 2026 NGUK energy harvesting system was creating massive rear instability during turning, completely ruining Lewis Hamilton's signature aggressive trail braking style. People were already calling his $100 million Ferrari move a flop, claiming the 7-time world champion was washed. Please, Team LH, I didn't say this. People are saying this, so please do not come for me in the comments because goddamn, I'm innocent, man. But the British Grand Prix came at Silverstone, where Ferrari introduced a custom software patch for Lewis Hamilton's brake-by-wire system. That single software update allowed Hamilton control how the electrical motor harvests energy under braking without snapping the rear end. The result was immediate and fucking lethal. Hamilton's confidence exploded. He took a dominant win in the wet, backed it up with a string of podiums through Hungary and Spa, and suddenly started outperforming Leclerc every single weekend. Hamilton went from struggling to get on the podium to scoring 169 points and jumping to second place in the Drivers' Championship. That technical fix triggered a massive point saving that has completely destabilized Mercedes. In the Constructors' Championship, Ferrari has cut Mercedes' lead nearly in half, pulling within 70 points. But the real psychological damage is happening in the Drivers' Championship. Hamilton didn't just catch up to Kimi Antonelli. He totally leapfrog over his former teammate George Russell. Russell is currently sitting third on 160 points, 9 points behind Hamilton and 59 points behind Kimi Antonelli. Now, think about the sheer awkwardness of this situation for Toto Wolff. Mercedes replaced the 7-time world champion with a 19-year-old rookie. Antonelli has been brilliant, but he's still a teenager in his very first year of F1. Trying to defend a championship against undoubtedly the most successful driver in F1 history, driving a red car that is getting faster every single weekend. And if Hamilton closes that 50 points gap over the next 11 races and wins his 8th world championship in a Ferrari, it will be one of the most embarrassing narrative defeats in Mercedes' history. By the way, a massive thank you to all of you for getting this channel to 1800 subscribers. I really, really appreciate. You guys are absolute legends. And if you're enjoying this fast, no bullshit F1 outlines, please do me a quick favor and hit the like button so that the algorithm can actually show me some love, guys. Show me some love. Goddamn. Yeah. Anyways, let's just continue. Thanks for like, yeah. So back to the panic in Berkeley and the emergency response out of Mercedes. Toto Wolff is officially activating their Plan B upgrade package. Like for real, for real, for real. Originally, Mercedes planned to cruise through the summer break and introduce their final aero update in late autumn. However, after watching Ferrari dominate the high-speed sectors in Spa and Hungary, James Allison and the Mercedes engineering team were forced to panic push an emergency floor and side pod inlet redesign straight to the factory floor. This emergency Plan B floor is scheduled to debut at the Dutch Grand Prix at Zandvoort next week. But it comes with a massive financial gamble, to be very, very honest. Under the $215 million FIA budget cap, rushing a major aerodynamic redesign during the August shutdown burns through a huge chunk of Mercedes' remaining development headroom. If this emergency floor doesn't instantly deliver to tenths of a second on track, Maranello is fucked, because Mercedes will run out of budget cap space before the final 3 races in the Middle East. They are gambling their remaining financial reserve just to stop Hamilton's momentum. And it gets even more toxic because the war between Mercedes and Ferrari has spilled over into the FIA's political offices. Under the new 2026 regulations, the FIA created the Additional Development and Upgrade Opportunities Framework, also known as ADU. This rule allows engine manufacturers who are suffering from energy deployment deficits to receive a £3 million budget cap increase to tweak their power unit's electrical ratios. Ferrari successfully lobbied the FIA for £3 million adjustment allowance, arguing that initial deployment metrics needed balancing. Toto Wolff was fucking furious. Wolff went publicly to the media and accused Ferrari of trying to cheat the system, claiming that Ferrari doesn't have an engine deficit, that they just built a draggy car and are using the FIA to get extra cash. But Fred Vasseur fired back immediately, telling Mercedes to stop whining and focus on their own chassis. This £3 million engine war is proving that the political hatred between Berkeley and Maranello is at an all-time high. Right? Now, the final outline point is the immense psychological pressure sitting inside the Mercedes garage right now. Kimi Antonelli has had a dream rookie season. I mean, we're all proud of the boy. The guy has actually done way more than we expected him to do. He has won 6 races in the season so far and he's showing generational speed. But leading a world championship is a completely different mental beast than chasing one. Over the remaining 11 races, Antonelli has to manage tire thermal degradation, complex energy harvesting, and immense media scrutiny, all while looking in his mirrors and seeing a crazy, fast Lewis Hamilton hunting him down. Meanwhile, George Russell is caught on a fucking nightmare, right? Russell is supposed to be the team leader at Mercedes. He is. Yet he's 59 points behind his teenage teammate and behind the guy who vacated the seat. If Mercedes orders Russell to play the wingman role and defend against Hamilton to protect Antonelli's lead, the internal dynamic at Mercedes is going to explode. This reminds me of the internal war between Lando Norris and Piastri in 2025. And I am sad for it if this ever happens, right? So let's just do a final outline of why Mercedes is officially in a panic mode over Lewis Hamilton's 50-point comeback, right? 1. The points gap is collapsing. Ferrari cut Mercedes' constructors lead from 124 points down to 70, while Hamilton closed to within 50 points of Kimi Antonelli. 2. Ferrari unlocked Lewis Hamilton's car. A custom brake-by-wire software fix at Silverstone solved Hamilton's trail-breaking issue, making the SF26 a lethal race winner. 3. Mercedes is gambling their budget cap, panic pushing an emergency Plan B floor for Zandvoort burns precious development money under the $215 million cap. 4. Political warfare is erupting. Toto, Wolff and Fred Vassell are openly fighting over the FIA's £3 million engine development allowance. 5. The psychological pressure is massive. A 19-year-old rookie has to defend his first world championship against a 7-time world champion with 11 races left. Man, that's just crazy, man. On a very serious note, and if Mercedes emergency floor works at Zandvoort, Antonelli might hold on and secure a legendary rookie title. But if Hamilton keeps taking 30 points a month out of Mercedes' lead, we are about to witness the most dramatic title comeback in Formula One history. And again, like I said, I am sad for it. In fact, a part of me is praying that happens because the drama. Oh my God, the stories, the drama. But let's just move on anyways. And that is the outline for today, guys. Now I have a question for you. Do you think that Lewis Hamilton can actually hunt down Kimi Antonelli and win his 8th title in a Ferrari? Or will Mercedes' new floor shut him down totally? Let me know in the comments so that we can start a fight. Like seriously, let me know in the comments because I'm looking forward to actually seeing the struggle. And if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor and hit that subscribe button because there is so much more where this came from. I'm going to cover latest news, developing stories, and so much more. And please watch the next video on the screen right now because it's absolutely fucking awesome. And as always, my friends, have a good day, mates.